So give it a nice good whack until you can't take it anymore. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the metal massage brushes we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to talk about how they were made, why we got these made, why you'd want to use these over other types of massage brushes, especially the bamboo ones we have at Enso Martial Arts. And at the end, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks on how to use these metal massage brushes. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 34 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 17 years. If you like this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the two metal massage brushes that we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. So massage brushes like this have been around for a long time and they've been used, as far as I know, in China for health and for body conditioning. Now at Enso we do sell the bamboo massage brushes, and these are pretty sort of light sort of introduction in terms of using these massage brushes. You know, they've got a really big spread on them, and you know, they tend generally for health that you'd use these, helping get the blood moving, you know, stimulating the body, waking you up in the morning. And most people would use these as part of a kind of Qigong health routine. Yeah, usually in the morning or the evening. And yeah, really nice tool to have, really sensible price, nice and cheap. So that's basically what our metal massage brushes are aimed on. Now, the metal ones are much rarer thing. You don't see them anywhere near as much. They're much harder. You just because of the nature of metal, you don't get anywhere near as much spread on them as you would on the bamboo. So you obviously get a lot harder hit as you're doing them. Now, people have been asking for these over the years, and we've tried our best to source these from China and find a source for them, and it's just not been possible. So as it happens, I happen to have a buddy of mine that I train Kung Fu with, and he's also a bladesmith. He makes loads of Chinese martial arts weapons. Basically whatever you want. If you wanted to find out more about him, I'll put a link in the description to what he does. But he makes broadswords, tai chi swords, guandaos, pudaos, all that kind of stuff, and he can also make training equipment. So I thought, let's have a word with him, let's see if we can get some metal massage brushes made and get them at a really sensible price. So, you know, we're well under what the current massage brushes on the market are being sold for, and get them really sort of high spec, and that would be absolutely brilliant. You know, it'd be really nice to have these finally at Enso. After 17 years of looking for them, you know, I had to go a completely different route to get them, so it's really nice to finally have massage brushes in. Now, the original spec was for the heavy metal massage brush that we have, and the idea was to have a similar diameter to the bamboo one and a similar-ish length. However, to absolutely match this massage brush, to have it the same length, it would have been unbelievably heavy. You know, it maybe around sort of 3 kilos, something like that, just way too heavy. It would be absolutely killer, impossible to use. Now, to be honest, the heavy massage brush is about as heavy as you could possibly use it. Really tough, really heavy massage brush. So, you know, we looked at the spec for this, of getting this, and this is really for the hardcore, hard Qigong practitioner. There's not much sort of health-based training going on with this. It's much more about conditioning, hardening up the body, getting your body really tough, sort of hard Qigong style stuff. There's loads of it in Kung Fu styles all over China. You know, lots and lots of body conditioning, especially in like the southern Kung Fu styles, the styles like Mantis and Hung Gar. They do a lot of hard Qigong. But you do get it in like a lot in just Chinese martial arts all over. So like the Bagua guys, the Xingyi guys, yeah, the Shaolin Kung Fu guys, Mantis, Hung Gar. There's loads and loads of styles that are really known for doing hard Qigong. Now, some people really work on their arms, a lot of people really work on the hands. Shins, obviously, again, for the Thai boxers as well, they really work in their shins. You do see a lot of iron head in Shaolin Kung Fu being demoed, and you get that all over China. Really good demonstration stuff. it like moves you on to doing a lot of break-in demonstration stuff. So yeah, this type of tool is really, really good for that. Now, this is quite extreme. It's really heavy. It's 1.8 kilos, so really, really heavy. It's got pretty thick like metal rods in it, made unbelievably sturdy, like really, really well made, really high quality. Like if you do buy one of these, I really hope you'll be amazed by the quality of the build of this. I'm pretty confident that it's one of the best metal massage brushes in the world out there. So yeah, really, really high quality. It's the type of training equipment that will last you for a lifetime. Now, where do you fit in between? You know, if you've got one of these, very, very soft, you know, like much more for health and a bit of training, and you've got this thing which kind of really is going to just beat you to a pulp. We wanted to sort of be able to offer somewhere in the middle, and what we came up with is this much smaller metal massage brush. Yeah, on the website we've called it the Qigong metal massage brush, and it's much more forgiving, and you can kind of span the two worlds, so it'll give you a bit of conditioning, but it will also give you a bit of that health aspect as well. It's much lighter, and you know, it's still metal, so it still packs a punch, but you can really work the muscles much more, so you do get much more of a massage, squeezing the toxins out of the muscles. So, which, you know, has that really good relaxing effect, especially after training. It's going to help move the blood. If you believe in all the concepts of Qi or work with that, it will help move the Qi around as well. But it won't beat you to a pulp. So you'll get a bit of condition, a bit of health. So this is a really good, sensible kind of product to sit in between them. Now this weighs about 600 grams, so again it's a much more sort of sensible thing to yield. It's much smaller, as you can see, so it's a really good travel kind of size, so you can put this in just any bag, handbag, take it to class with you, take it to a mate's house if you're training, take it on holiday with you. Much more kind of sensible travel item. The heavy one is really kind of like something that you'd have at home in your gym. It's really weighty, you wouldn't want to be carrying this around all the time. This is for the serious hard Qigong practitioner, or someone that's really, really into body conditioning. Now, I did say that there are a lot of these for like Chinese martial arts, and especially Shaolin over the recent years has become very well known for using these metal massage brushes. But if you do like a style like kickboxing, or especially Thai boxing, where you really want to build up sort of the strength in your shins, this would be really, really good to sort of work your body all the way around, doing your ribs as well. You know, it's going to really help condition up those ribs and get you really used to taking impacts. So yeah, very, very useful for a lot of traditional martial arts, but a lot of fighting styles as well. So just talking a little bit about how these were made. Like I said earlier, I commissioned my buddy Bert Wallace to actually make these from scratch, so they are handmade here in the UK. The end cap is completely fabricated, the rings are completely like fabricated, so it's all handmade, and the rods as well. They've all been welded right in underneath this cap, so all welded together and welded to the cap, so super, super strong. There's no chance of these like falling out whatever from your own impact. And the ring on the middle is really, really strong. We had a lot of debate about where we wanted this ring. Obviously the further up it goes, the less spread in metal rods you get, and the further down. So we had it quite far down, so you just get enough of a handle on it. But you do want a spread with these, because there's not much movement in them at all. So yeah, all welded together, hyper strong, really, really like well made, really good quality. Also on the ends, he's taken off the edge of it and made sort of a round end on these, individually done every single one, so there's no chance of you getting kind of scratched or any little burrs like that if it just been cut straight off. So yeah, very well made. And like I said, he does loads of other like weapons and training equipment, so just go and check out his website. If there's anything you want commissioned, definitely give him a shout and he'll be able to get that made up for you. And it will be some of the best like made Chinese weapons that you can get in the world. There's just not a lot of high quality martial art weapons out there, and Bert can definitely do that for you. So just having a look at the dimensions of the two different brushes. The smaller of the brushes comes in 33 centimeters or 13 inches. The diameter is just around 2 centimeters or 3/4 of an inch. And looking at the weight of this, it weighs in just under 600 grams, you know, about 580 grams. Now, the big fella here is quite a bit longer. So we're looking around 17 inches or 43 centimeters. Like I said earlier, we tried to match the diameter to the bamboo brush, so you really get a nice hold. So it's 3 centimeters, about 1.25 inches, very similar to standard bow staff. And looking at the weight, this comes in about 1.8 kilos, which, as I believe, this is one of the heaviest chi massage brushes in the world. So at Enso Martial Arts, we're constantly looking for more and more and more things. I was saying to Connor, who's also in the shop today, how we wanted to get even more things, and I've been looking around for stuff very sort of hard to source things. So we do pride ourselves on having a really big selection of martial arts equipment and weapons at Enso. But we've got 3 of these, like I said earlier. This one's called the Heavy Metal Massage Brush on the website, so go and check that out. And we've also got the Qigong Metal Massage Brush, and we do the Qigong Bamboo Massage Brush as well. So 3 different types of massage brushes. I don't think there's many people selling that much of a selection in the world, so you know, I'd like to sort of blow my own trumpet a little bit and say we've got a really sort of good selection of those massage brushes. We also do like medicines and lotions for martial arts. So we do red flower oil, very good for bruises. 2 types of tiger balm, the red one for heating, the white one for cooling. Zhengu shui, very good for immediate injuries. And at Enso we make our own dit da gel, which would be very complementary to the metal massage brush in terms of applying it after you've done some conditioning. All of those products are on the website, so go and check them out. So if you've never used one of these before and you really want to get into it, definitely there's loads of information out there. Now I would always suggest go to your instructor, make sure the conditioning you're doing is in line with the style that you're doing. You don't want to waste any time or do anything wrong. But I'll just give you a few little tips and tricks just to get you started, so you've got an idea of what you want to be working on. Now I'm going to use the big heavy one, and I'm not going to go completely crazy. I don't do a huge amount of conditioning, it's not in the style that I do. So yeah, we'll just take it nice and light, just so I can show you how to use the brush. Now, because I like to use it for like relaxing the muscles and getting the blood moving, you want to make sure you work all the way down the muscles with the brush, hitting it on all of the major muscles as much as you can. Now, you know, you can do it across your stomach if you want, which is quite hard to talk when you're making a video, and that's kind of the way to go with it. Fairly simple really, nothing too difficult to it. And you can go down all the legs, on your calves, etc, etc. Now if you were going to do a bit of body conditioning, so you wanted it for like fighting training, there's a lot more concentrating on the bones. So again, you want to avoid the muscles because you want to condition up the bones and be whacking the bones rather than the muscles. Now obviously you can do both of them, so you can get the benefits of both, moving like squeezing the toxins out the muscles as well as conditioning up the bones. It's totally up to you, but your focus will probably be on one or the other. So if you're buying something like this, the big heavy one, it's probably going to be focusing more on the bones. So give it a nice good whack until you can't take it anymore, moving all the way down the bones. Yes, you can do your hands as well if you wanted to, working on your knuckles. That's going to be sore pretty quickly, and of course on your shins if that's what you want to do, making sure you work it all the way around that bone to get the impact right in there. Make sure you've covered all areas. Now I would definitely build up slowly with something like this. You don't want to be whacking it full pelt. You're just going to get loads of lumps and bumps, and it's going to be impossible to train regularly using this, because you're going to have to wait for stuff to like relax down and heal itself a bit. So definitely go easy. Like I said before, the dit da that we sell at Enso is a really good complementary lotion to conditioning. So if that's something you're interested in, I'd definitely get a little bottle of that as well. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the metal massage brushes we have for sale at Enso. If you like this video, remember to subscribe to our channel and get all the latest videos from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!